Hey everyone, welcome to the Hornet King channel, and in this video I'll be removing a massive bald-faced hornet colony that decided to make its nest on a cemetery tombstone monument. Here's the video, check it out. So interestingly enough, we have a baldy nest down here on a monument. So I actually did a removal of a baldy nest in an arborvitae back there, but today we were removing it off of a monument, which is pretty wild. So alright, so I'm going to get started. Alright, so this is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, but the building's all the way down that way. So I have to use my generator, which is a generator inverter. So I got to use that to be able to run my vacuum. So I'll get this off, which I could just light it up in here. I could close it up so it's not so noisy, but oh well. I'll just drop it on the ground here. I'll just tuck it over here so it's not so noisy. It's actually pretty quiet anyway. It really isn't that loud in comparison to like a regular generator, but no need to have added noise on top of the vacuum. All right, so I gotta get my suit on here. It is so sweaty and nasty. I put this suit on before I get attacked. They're coming around the entranceway. They're not used to trucks sitting here. Seem to be behaving now. This will probably be the time that I get venom shot in my eye. Here we go.
And you wear safety glasses.
So here we go. So these baldies. It's kind of cool to see it on the side of this monument, considering the fact that, oh, it's a Davis. Might be me someday. So these bald-faced yellow jackets decide to build their nest on the side of this tombstone. Really wild nest construction here, but something you'll take notice to is actually the top left corner. You can see a small chunk of wood that actually got embedded into the first outer layers of envelope, and then they actually started caking the envelope around it to kind of secure it in place. Super wild. No idea how it got there. I just guessed that maybe someone was mowing grass in the cemetery and their lawnmower shot a piece of wood and it got embedded into the nest. Drop in the comments, let me know what you think, how that thing got there and got embedded into the nest. But anyhow, I set my vacuum nozzle there at the entranceway and I catch a ton of the returning foragers and the rest of the swarm. There we go. We'll just sit that. Put the vacuum nozzle there and it'll get sucked up as they fly back to the nest. Look at them all over this camera. All over it. There's a lot less now. A lot of them already gotten sucked up. So letting the vacuum nozzle just sit there while I actually stood back by my truck and just watched as the numbers of the swarm and the activity started to dwindle, but they were focusing a lot of their attention on my camera. So I sat the nozzle at the camera and sucked up a bunch of them from there. But of course, once I did that, they flew back to the nest. So there was a little bit of back and forth there. And I honestly didn't even notice that there was a hole at the bottom of the nest that they were using too. So I was focusing a lot more on the main entranceway, but some of them were coming out of that bottom hole as well. But as I do this, just going back and forth between the camera and the main entranceway and then just sitting the vacuum nozzle there, I was catching so many of them that the swarm had dwindled down to almost nothing, and there were just a few that were coming back from foraging, and they were starting to swarm. So I just continue to tap on the top of the nest, and you'll see a bunch of them coming out of there, and that just disturbs them, and that's what I want to do. I want them to come out so they go down the vacuum nozzle. If I just start tearing this nest off of this stone, they would just start pouring out and just continue to swarm. And if the nest is off of the tombstone, they will just fly all around and they won't have any target to go back to. So that's why I actually leave a lot of the nests there for the majority of the time while I'm vacuuming up, returning foragers and the swarm and things. But then once a significant amount of swarming and things have died down, there's no sense in leaving the nest there any longer, so I just start tearing it down with the vacuum nozzle itself. And that just rips off all the surface envelope and things. And once pulling the comb down, I'm looking for the queen. So the queen is probably hiding up inside of this somewhere. And I did end up finding what I think was her. And it doesn't really matter all too much, but I just like to try to get her and isolate her and make sure she doesn't fly off. And I mainly just like to show that in the video, but I couldn't really tell if this was the queen back inside of there. But I vacuumed up all the individuals out of that spot. So if she was in there, she got sucked up. And then just looking in between the different layers of comb, make sure there's nobody in between there. Alright, that's it. Everybody off of there. That's why you leave a little bit of envelope up there. Kind of flock to it. You also go right in the nozzle when I stick it like this. Okay, that's it. There's nobody on here anymore. Whole nest is gone. And this person was September 27th, 1843, and passed away July 29th, 1928. So, what does that say? Hanford? Oh, Hanford? Hanford Davis, which is pretty cool because my last name's Davis. So there's a couple coming back. I'll hit those before I leave. But that would be boring to show you guys, so I'm just going to do it off camera, and then I'll be done. Okay, this is the last appointment for the day. Here's my haul. Usually I have a box or a bin. I don't have that now, but that's a good sized nest. So all this will go home. We'll feed these to the birdies. All right, so this is actually the last appointment for today. So I'm packing it in. And it's been raining off and on during this whole appointment, which that's usually my luck. I am soaking wet. I'm actually soaking wet more from sweat than I am from rain. So I get asked a lot in the comments, like, well, you know, I'm only doing 1 or 2 appointments. Well, no, I'm actually doing, like today I did 9 appointments. So I can't just kind of linger in a spot for too long because I got to keep moving. But that doesn't mean that I rush. Definitely don't rush between appointments. I have to kind of take my time in vacuuming up everybody before I leave. Linger in an area. I hope my phone wasn't in there. I'll linger in an area for a little while. Yeah, there's a couple floating around there, so I got to keep hitting them. Luckily it's raining, so anything that I do spray over there is just going to wash right off, which is nice. I'm going home. Alright, so brought the nest home and fed on the birdies. You enjoying that, Rhea-the-Rhea? Go ahead, Doris. Oh, sweetie birdie. I know, what a big lady you are. And toss them out for the other birdies. Come on, Doris. Oh. Of course, it's starting to storm. I want to get these birdies fed. Enjoy the nest, birdies. So Rhea-the-Rhea, she tears into it and then drops a bunch of stuff, and then the other birdies get some.
Is it good, birdie? Is it good? Hey, girl, Henny. What a good girl, Henny. Oh, it's Uncle Jesse. Well, Aunt Jessie. Oh, wee wee. Come on, Doris. Come on, Doris. Excuse me. Oh, wee wee. No, wee wee. What a bunch of pesky booties. You go, wee wee. Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your nest, booties. Look at all these booties. Be nice, everyone.
Alright, so it is Sunday, August 11th, and I just finished up 2 emergency appointments for clients, and I got a message from a neighbor, which is someone a couple towns away, and said that they found a squirrel, a baby squirrel in the road, and they said that they think it might be, they tried to age it, they think it's around like 4 weeks old, so it's pretty young yet, and asked me if I would take care of it and raise it and rehab it. So of course I will. Of course I will. This will be my 7th or 8th gray squirrel that I have rescued, rehabbed, raised, and released. Assuming it doesn't have any internal injuries or anything that will die from in the near future. So if you see this, then she or he survived. I have no idea. I haven't gotten home yet. She's bringing it over to my house in the next like 15-20 minutes. So basically what I have to do when I rehab squirrels is, with babies, especially ones that are found outside on the ground somewhere, where this one was found on the road, in the summertime you don't have to worry about heating them up as much and getting them warm, but I still will, the first thing I'll do is put it in a box with a heating pad, try to warm her up, and then after that you try to get electrolytes in them. For the first 24 hours it's just warmth and then electrolytes. You don't want to be feeding them anything. So that's my goal. That's what I'll be doing today, and I will keep you guys posted. And again, if you see this video, then you know that he or she survived, so I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I had just received the next installment of baby rescued squirrels. So this little guy just came to me, and he's dehydrated and he needs to be given some sustenance. Oh wow, that's hot. No, we gotta wait. So right now he's just getting electrolytes. He's not getting any formula yet, because when baby squirrels are dehydrated and you give them formula, then they're not used to that formula just yet, and they'll get diarrhea, our little fella here, it's a male squirrel, so this is my second male, which is pretty cool. And he's definitely dehydrated. He's been waiting around for a while for something to drink. It's still too hot. So you want to make sure that you're giving them some fluid first, some electrolytes, before you ever try to give them food. I usually do about 24 hours of just fluid before I start feeding them. The person who brought him to me had already given him a little bit of formula, so I mean he's not gonna wither away to nothing within 24 hours. But the first thing I have to do is get him warm and give him a little sustenance. In this case, a little bit of fluid. So first things first. I'm not sticking the dropper into his mouth. I'm just putting it right at the front of his lips. So right at the front of his lips. I don't want him sucking back on that, because then he'll suck it back into his lungs, and then you can give them pneumonia and then they die. I would say in most cases when people unsuccessfully rehab a squirrel and they die, it's because they aspirated. The squirrel aspirated on the fluid and they got it in their lungs. Let's see if I can. So just give them a couple cc's. You don't need to give them a lot either. They'll keep drinking if you keep trying to feed them. So you just want to start with a little bit at a time. You don't need to give them everything at once. So that's our little friend for now. He's licking my finger. He still has his eyes closed, so he's still pretty young. He's probably about 4 weeks, probably. But so then I put him down in his, I make him a little hut here. I'll give him a little bit more, just a little bit more, buddy. Make sure it's hot. Not hot. That's probably good. Okay. Alright, so the box that I use, a little shoe box. I'll put him down in there. Main thing is to let them sleep. They gotta sleep a lot anyway. So close that. It's not airtight, there's hair holes. And I have a heating pad set to medium. Well, yeah, it's on medium. So I'll probably turn it down to low. It doesn't need to be. It's pretty warm. Yeah, it's pretty warm. So it doesn't need to be that warm right now. He's got full fur. So I just let him sit in here. All right, buddy. I'll try toileting him in about maybe an hour or so. All right, so that's it for now. So I'll keep you guys posted and let you know how he makes out over the course of the next couple weeks. And it'll probably just all come out as one video instead of incrementally with smaller videos. So I'll keep you posted. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video. If you guys enjoyed this content, drop in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for future videos or something like see me cover in an upcoming video, also drop in the comments. Let me know. I have a ton of content to get out for you guys. So many European hornet nests that I removed, a couple from different trees, some from inside people's basements and walls, and NBC is coming down this Tuesday to film me do a European hornet colony for NBC Nightly News. So that's pretty exciting. So I'll keep you guys posted on all these new videos. Plus I have a couple massive German yellow jacket colonies that I had pulled out of people's houses. One at a cabin down by a river. In a van down by the river. In a van down by the river. Yeah. So I'm really excited to share these videos with you guys. I have been absolutely swamped. I do about 13 appointments a day. I've increased how many I do sun up to sundown. I am doing removals. So I hardly have any time to do any content. So my sister has actually been helping me edit videos, which is pretty cool. So I do have some content to get out for you guys. I have videos that I'm just really excited to get out when I have some time to post them. So I will keep you guys posted as I post. Post. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to check out this video and supporting my channel, not the copycats, not all the copycats. Where are all these Hornet video content creators coming from? Ones that don't ever do Hornet Nest Removals are now doing Hornet Nest Removals and relocations, I see. I'm glad I inspire people. I mean, I'm excited by that.
I'm glad I inspired you, but Stan, I do want you as a fan.
But I'm the only guy really with the beard, the hat, and the Hornet King channel. So, this is the real Hornet King channel. I know, being a wasp nest removal expert is a glamorous job. It's pretty exciting. Even when I go and do removals at people's houses, they'll say, we're thinking about doing this for a living. What, being a Hornet King? Yeah, like removing nests. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm glad I make it look exciting, fun, and glamorous. So, alright, everyone, thank you guys so much for tuning in to check out this video and supporting my channel. And we will catch you on the next video.
There's your booties. What a bunch of pesky booties. Oh, sweetie booty.
I know you're going to hate this, but I want to come see you. I know, you're a big lady and you don't like to be bothered. Well, excuse me for wanting to come and see you, sweetie booty. I just want to pet you. Oh, what a nice big booty. What a nice big booty.